Hello and welcome to the demo video for the upcoming music player, streamer, manager and downloader Serenity, written purely in Python, pretty much from the ground up. This aims to give a quiet, quite tech techish, you know, um, like matrixy look, neon kind of colors and everything to give quite a nice packaged experience. And yeah, my name is Antonio. I wrote this, and let's get into it. So I'll just run main.py, and we'll see what you see. This is the first screen a user sees, a new user would see, because only new users get this guide, or people that have accidentally deleted all their music will see this. And let's follow the instructions. So it says click more to add some music. Okay, now what? This is where there's a bit of divergence. So clicking add library is only something that should be done if the music structure in the file system is well defined. And that is to say, there's an artist folder, and then an album folder, and then song files will be in an album folder, and it's all got this structure, as it says in quite a convoluted way up here. If each song file is in an album name folder, and each album name folder is in an artist name folder. So there you go. Otherwise, clicking add folders will try and add music in that way. Now, the main difference between the two is just how much help and direction is given to the algorithms that decide and assign in the database what albums and artists are associated to songs, what the song's track number is, etc., etc. So I happen to have made a well-founded, you know, folder or folder and subfolder for my own music. So you can see here in the Antonio folder, there is an album called album with, well, because we're adding a directory, it's not visible, but there's a bunch of songs in there. So let's add that little done message, and here it is. So on the front page are the artists. Click, and we see the albums associated to that artist. Now, if we want to go back, you can just click this arrow, and that's all fine. But I would actually like to play some music, so let's do that. These are all songs I've recorded, remixed, produced over the years, and yeah, I'll just start by playing the top one. It's just that simple. To play a track, to cue a track, you can right-click the play button, and it will change between states. So we can cue this, the song A Keeper. And if you want to see the cue, you go up here to the top, click the header, and you have your currently playing track highlighted in blue. Oops. And everything else is just, a sort of off-white color. So from here, you can just, remove it. And it's just that simple. I think it would be it'd be good to show that you can search for tracks as well. So I've just queued a song Normal Girl, and just want to show that it highlights when you search for it. And if you wanted to have your queue as a playlist, then what you could do is type a playlist name such as demo playlist, which is quite creative, I think, and click save. And as you can see, the currently playing thing has changed to our new playlist name, which is also the name of the queue. Let's go right back to the main menu, and there's now a playlist row or label, I guess. And we can have a look inside, and there's our playlist with the songs, which is quite cool. Can delete this. We'll delete it. Demo playlist really isn't a good enough name to keep. Now, you can actually queue entire artists. So this is everything here. You can also queue entire albums. So it's getting quite long now. And as you may have noticed, there has been a subtle difference between the bar at the bottom that has appeared here and exactly what the name of the track that we played on the browser. So in the browser it says can't get past your ego, and then down here it's what seems to be the file name. Well, it is the file name. However, this is an example of Serenity using a bunch of algorithms, kind of pausing the track number and taking that out of the track name and leaving only the track name in the browser. So that's the reason for that like disparity between this, I guess, status and the browser name. And we've got the time along here, as you can see. Other features include the music controls. So you can skip ahead by 10 seconds with this. Skip to the next. Well, let's cue something. Oh wait, no, we queued a lot. You can skip to the next track with that. Pause, play, go backwards, and then if you're close enough to the start of the track, it will literally just go to the previous track, which I'll just show again. So at 0 seconds, the current track is normal girl. Go backwards, and it just goes to the previous track. It's quite handy if you spam the button. Previous does does what you'd expect. Takes you to the previous track if there is one. Otherwise, takes you to the beginning of the track. This is a shuffle button, and this is a replay button, which is a little mathematical in nature. It basically, the number says how many tracks will be replayed. So at the moment it's 0, indicating no replay. 1 indicates, it's just going to replay the current track. And then plus is essentially saying 1 or more tracks will be replayed, or in terms that aren't convoluted, the queue is going to get looped. This queue. So, other interesting features are haven't come up with a name for it, but ordered queuing. So, if you watch the order I click these files, I specifically go down then up. Down to Chasing Dreams, excluding Normal Girl, then back up to Normal Girl. You can right click the browser and you have a play all or queue all option, or just an add to playlist. However, we deleted our playlist, so it doesn't show up at the moment. And if I click queue all, look at the numbers on the left and you'll see it queues in the order we clicked it, with Chasing Dreams actually being number 3, despite being the lowest, geometrically on the browser. And there you go. So you can do that, and it works with albums, artists, tracks, the like. This is a nice little multi-purpose button where you can search for music. So if I do a quick search for Antonia, it says artist Antonia. If I do a search for the letter A, it should say a lot more. Yeah. So here you have tracks at the bottom, albums it's found, and then the artist who made the album, then obviously the artist, all just quite nicely split up. And you can play right from here, queue right from here. Just all the same abilities are present in the search results page. Just for I guess for fun, I'll just queue that. Clear that selection. And by right clicking, you can start streaming. Now you can stream a link. So many different sites are supported: YouTube, SoundCloud, Vimeo, like any Dailymotion, the like. But if you were to just put text in, standard text, it would actually serve as a search query and it would play the top result of YouTube. And you can see at the bottom, plays royalty-free music. So that's a pretty cool feature. And queue just works for streaming, and you can like queue a track in the stream. In this case, we just queued the same one. So you get the two. Just takes a while to regenerate the title, so that could be a little bit slow. Um, Past that, additional features worth mentioning kind of are the downloading ability. So you have a stream and download, but let's just focus on download, and we will download some royalty-free music temporarily, of course. And there's a little bit of a download animation going on. It does have to be said that the internet connection right now is extremely slow. So I'll go ahead and talk about another feature while that's finishing downloading. Just goes inside the downloads folder, which you can see is here, and it's just downloading right here. But that aside, and a user will be able to change that. The only really extra thing that hasn't been mentioned is this expand button. Clicking it will kind of override how Windows handles, their Windows, and using a couple geometric tricks and interesting library hacks, I was able to make it kind of just appear in the sidebar as like its own little entity, kind of just there, and it just goes all the way up the left side of the screen. Clicking contract allows it to shrink back down, and it will actually, when going from both expand and contract mode, it will remember the dimensions of the window before you changed, so you can kind of customize it in that way. Conversion's taken quite a while, but it is a 2-hour mix, so it's going to take a bit. And if you close or attempt to close while it's still converting the file, you get a little warning. And because I believe we're done here, and I don't want to have a 2-hour synthwave mix, I will just ignore my own warning and be done. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.